Hello, this is Sage here, and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney, and this is the Stocks in Action show. And in today's show, we'll take a look at the latest updates from the lithium producer ioneer, industrial engineering solutions company Worley, and iron ore focused mining company Fortescue Metals Group. We'll also cover retailing giant Wesfarmers and Australian investment company HGL. Lastly, we'll take a look at developments across the ASX 200, so please stay watching. And firstly, the shares of the lithium producer ioneer were down on Thursday after the company announced that it will be launching a joint venture with Sibanye-Stillwater Limited to grow the flagship Rhyolite Ridge lithium boron project based in Nevada, USA. And under the terms of the agreement, Sibanye-Stillwater will contribute $490 million for a 50% interest in the joint venture. Ioneer will maintain a 50% interest and retain the operatorship. Ioneer has also agreed to provide Sibanye-Stillwater with an option to participate in 50% of the North Basin after the election of Sibanye-Stillwater to contribute up to an additional $50 million. In addition, the company has entered into a subscription agreement with Sibanye-Stillwater for a strategic placement of $70 million of Ioneer ordinary shares. And the funds generated from the Sibanye-Stillwater placement will be used towards Ioneer's development capital requirement and to progress the long lead items to minimise time to production. Taking a look at the next big news that covers Worley's, a professional project management service provider. Industrial engineering solutions company Worley's shares were trading down on Thursday as the company declared today that its shareholder, Jacobs Engineering Group Inc., sold its stake via a block trade. The information regarding the sale of 9.85% of the shares held by Jacobs was received by Worley yesterday, and Jacobs had got this stake in Worley as a part of acquisition funding of Jacobs Energy, Chemicals and Resources Division back in 2018. The shares were locked until the 23rd of December 2019. However, now Jacobs has sold its holdings via an underwritten block trade to Citigroup Global Markets Australia Pty Limited, and the sale took place after the market hours of 6:37 p.m. Worley has in response welcomed Citigroup now as part of its shareholders group. And the next news covers Fortescue Metals Group, an iron ore focused mining company. Shares of Fortescue Metals Group were trading up on Thursday post the company announcing a joint venture with Wesfarmers. The company has established a co-management framework with Wesfarmers Guruma Aboriginal Corporation to oversee new mines developments, FMG's Solomon Hub operations. And under the framework, both FMG and Wesfarmers will establish a culturally safe mining joint venture. The JV will mine the East and West Queens deposits in eastern Guruma country. It will happen under a 10-year mining services contract to be awarded to the new JV worth over 500 million Australian dollars. It will thus become the largest ever contract awarded to an Aboriginal business by FMG. And Wesfarmers is the prescribed body corporate for the Eastern Guruma people. FMG seeks to work hand in hand with them to enable a deeper consultation to protect culturally significant sites and build a better future for Wesfarmers people. And now it's time for a short break, but stay tuned. I'll be back with more of the trending updates for the Australian market.
Tune in to stay updated while on the move.
We will tell you where the crypto craze has reached,
Where the property market is headed next.
what the world is doing to become more environmentally friendly.
Apart from tracking the daily market charter.
Be on top of the latest news and announcements
With Kalkine TV.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Sage here, and you are watching the Stocks in Action show live from the Kalkine studios. The next news covers Wesfarmers, a retailing giant. And shares of retailing giant Wesfarmers were trading up on Thursday as the company announced that it has entered into a process deed with Australian pharmaceutical industries in relation to a proposal to acquire 100% of the shares in API. The cash consideration for the transaction stands at $1.55 Australian per share, and the revised proposal of $1.55 Australian per share represents a 37% premium to API's 1 month volume weighted average price of $1.133 per share to 9th July 2021, prior to the initial offer by Wesfarmers. The API board stated that it aims to endorse the revised proposal. And as previously announced, API's major shareholder, Washington H. Soul Pattinson and Company, has agreed to vote its 19.3% shareholding in API in favour of Wesfarmers' revised proposal. The company release mentioned that API would also form the foundation of a new healthcare division of Wesfarmers and provide a platform from which investments and developments can be attained in the health and well-being as well as beauty sectors. And the last news to be discussed in this session covers HGL. Shares of Australian investment company HGL are trading up on Thursday after the company announced that it has signed a share sale agreement for Cellmid to merge with BLC Cosmetics by way of acquiring 100% of the shares in BLC. The combined group will create a highly synergistic health and beauty business. It is to be noted that BLC is a fully owned subsidiary of HGL Limited. And Cellmid will pay $3 million Australian dollars on settlement in the first tranche of the transaction, of which $1 million Australian dollars will be payable in cash and $2 million Australian dollars by the issuing of Cellmid shares at 6.1 cents each. This is a 20% premium to the company's share price on the date before this announcement, and Cellmid may also pay a second tranche subject to an increase in BLC's EBITDA during the financial year 2022. The second tranche will be calculated as 3 times the incremental EBITDA growth over financial year 2021. And the second tranche will also be payable in cash and shares. The first $700,000 in cash and the remaining in shares, issued at a price which is the lower of 9 cents or the VWAP over the previous 30 days prior to the issue. And let's now take a quick glance over the ASX 200's performance. The S&P ASX 200 is up today, gaining 0.80%, while Chalice Mining is up 7.18% and Whitehaven Coal is up as well, 4.64%. 9 of 11 sectors are higher along with the S&P ASX 200 index, and energy is the best performing sector today, while information technology is the worst performing sector, and that was current at 11:29 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And thanks for joining us on that report. But that's all for now. Stay tuned with Kalkine TV for more live market updates. And we'll be back with more news on the markets, the economies and diverse themes and sectors. Sage signing off.